Okay, let's try again. Okay, 1949 sevak. Something exciting. What about a check? Benoni. I haven't played a check Benoni for a while. So E5. Keep it very closed. How's he doing on this? Up and down a bit. I could play, well, I could wait for E4. I'll play knight F6, bishop E7. I think there's an IM which just uses this line to just exchange off dark square bishops if white commits to E4. So exchange off dark square bishops. First strategic goal. He's not allowing that. Okay. Play for B5. Or bishop G4 and then take, and then play bishop G5. Try and forcefully achieve bishop G5. If yeah, he's not committing this pawn though. That's a shame. So I'm gonna have to play knight F6. Forget that plan. Go to another. Ah, it's come to me. Okay. Knight H5 then. Give me the dark square bishop. Play E4 later. Some G6 castles, knight G7 and F5. But this relies on E4 usually. So is he going to play E4 or E3? He's going to keep things solid, isn't he? Oh dear, oh dear. Keeping things solid. Fun has been ruined without E4. Is he going to even castle kingside? Yes, he is. Okay. Some sort of well, some sort of attacking position anyway. So knight G7, G5, G4, H5. We'll get the other knight in. Okay, so knight D7. Okay, I'm going to have to seal this queenside with this knight for a moment. Knight G7, G5, G4 on hold. Ah, okay. I'll block the queenside. Unless he plays B6, I won't block the queenside. Just play on the kingside. Alright, get this knight out of harm's way. So B6, Rook B8, block the queen side, play on the king side, H5, H4 or something. You can play Rook B8 and free the knight up now. So this is going to set the knight at some point. Knight F6, Knight H5, f4. Is f4 worth prompting e4? Probably. G5 first, then f4. Sort of King's Engine without the King's Engine bishop. So if he doesn't play e4, I'll play knight f5 anyway. So he plays e4, then it's sort of like King's Engine. So after f4, I'm fronting knight f5. Okay, probably worth playing now. It's a pawn sack even. Keeping frontal pressure on the e-file, that could be useful tactically. He's not accepted the pawn sack. Okay, I'll immediately just put pressure on g4 here. h3, there's queen h4 maybe. I'll take that one. For knight f6, then there's knight e4. As well as knight g4, knight e4. He's still holding on. Rook g2. That's knight e4 anyway, knight g5. e4, queen f4. So knight e4 here for queen, for knight g5. Or knight h7 to g5, knight h7, queen h4, there's knight f3. Going back to this e4 business. Queen f4, knight g4, I don't think that's that great. I think this, and then h4 is check, and then queen h4, so I'll go for that. Go for knight g5. Well, actually, there's e4 as a threat now. For e4 and f3, actually. What does knight? No, there isn't knight h3, queen h3. So e4. Let's get the pawns mobile. So e4 here, you can't attack the pawns that well, can he? I'm going to attack the rook with f3. Actually, rook g3, queen e5 hits two rooks. That was pretty crushing. F3. Queen c3, f3. Take. Still attacking the rook. Right, so there's also knight h3 check for queen h4. Knight h3. A lot of tempting alternatives for queen h4. Or f3. Too tempting, everything's too tempting. That sweet shot here. f3, queen h4s, queen e5s. I don't know where to start. King, I don't know. Actually, the only problem is this queen e4 business. Okay, so maybe f3 and then e3 or something. F3 and then knight F4. F3 looks tempting anyway. There's queen E5, there's queen E4. Right, bishop G4, am I overestimating this one as well? Or should I just take on E2? It's more sadistic just to take on G4. Really keep those beautiful, absolutely stunningly beautiful pawns going. And then play E3, and then E2 will win a piece anyway. Carnage, with that knight stopping any moves. So, mind you, there is a tactical knight F3. So what about knight H5 threatening knight G3 mate? That's aesthetic as well. Get the knight in for the attack. So knight G3, simple threat of mate. Queen E5 is almost forking two rooks, except this one's protecting that one. Looks like general carnage. Don't know what this guy's doing. He's on holiday over here. These two are on the first rank. The whole position looks kind of artificial, and mobile pawns look as dangerous as central mobile pawns usually look. King safety, a bit shot to pieces as well. Okay, so will I fall for a perpetual check or something here? Will I get another sick draw somehow from this? I think knight H5 is the way of the monk, not materialism, just improving a piece again, going in for the attack, not trying to play like E3 with greedy intentions. It might allow knight F3. It's pure knight H5, just going for a mate. How does he defend that? Also there's F2 if ever king could move there, which it can't. There'll be F2. I think it's lost actually, this position. It's totally, completely lost. I guess there's one idea that Queen G6. Okay, Queen G6 is actually on the cards now as an idea. Right. Does it matter? Queen G7, still end of game. Queen G7, there's no Queen E6. I think I'll just do that. I'm hitting the rook on A1. Threatening again knight G3, mate. So Queen G7. The rook comes off defensive duties. If the queen's exchanged, then knight G3 is renewed as a mate threat. This check Benoni worked out quite well. Let's try this again. Even without E4, even with all the fun removed from it. Because E4 would put another pawn on light squares for that bishop G5 strategy. I think it's Wool. Gavin Wool, he's an expert in this opening. I am, I think, from Wales. So, okay. And the game continues. About rook e8, rook e2 to get a discovery, a check, then rook f1 after. Still fairly convincing. Mobile pawns in the centre. There's a lot of things like that in chess. It just make things easier to play, really. Strategic crush, beyond calculation. Which humans can do, beyond calculation that humans can do anyway. So rook e2 here, just get the discovered check. And rook f1, queening. So the kings have to stop e1. Okay. Yes, not much more to say about this game, I think. Could start reviewing it, I guess. So check Benoni. Oh, he's provisional and he's resigned. Let's go back to the final position then. So I've just gained 3 points after all that. 3 points. It was his 7th 15-minute game. So refused to play e4. It's the first time I play a check Benoni. There's a refusal for white to play e4. That's just typical, isn't it? Anyway, the mobile pawn's quite crushing here. So, okay. Comments or questions on YouTube? Thanks very much.